Hello, my name is Orest and I'm reporting currently from Ukraine. I'm native to Lviv and during the first month of the war spent in my native city, which remains a relatively safe place. However, when Russian army was pushed back by Ukrainian forces from the outskirts of Kyiv, I decided to visit this area to see what's happening around, and I'm completely shocked with the results of what I'm going to show you now in Irpin, which is the western suburb of Kyiv. So here you can see one of the central squares of the town with completely ruined cultural center. It actually reminds me with the architecture, the theater of Mariupol that was completely destroyed with victims in this basement. Hopefully nobody died over here, but just take a look at the walls, the bullets that happened. Oh, there was some fierce fighting. Still some flags are there, and even some person on a bicycle also came to check this out. On the opposite side there are some destroyed buildings, the smaller one, some administrative buildings, and abandoned cars completely. It's hard to imagine what these people, because it looks like they were on the move here, what they had to go through. Let's approach closer. Look at the bullets. Inside, some documents. Some bullets were coming over here. It's completely civilian. I hope that the person who was driving it remains alive. Some windows completely went out. There are some other cars. Let's see what's there. Completely burnt car. Oh yeah. It feels like it's standing here for years, but we are talking about days, guys. Just a couple of days, Russian army was retreated from here. It's very hard to accept what happened in Ukraine, and it's still actually happening. Mini coupe also. And another one, I'm not sure, like maybe it was the owner of that house what was destroyed. Look at this, Honda CR5 or CR8. Oh, look what's written there, Dite. So some people were putting this to indicate that there are children inside, and still just next to it there is a bullet just going, very intentionally probably. This house is done. There is no possible reparation, only full demolition and reconstruction. Fortunately, on the opposite side, I see that the sport yard remains green, and it looks like from that the fight was happening on the main street, on the main square. We can just imagine what was the situation. Yes, look at this. And it looks like they were fighting, of course shooting over here. And that bigger building is burning over there, over here. Entire floor is in a complete mess from blasts around. This place, well, it has to be completely rebuilt from scratch, I believe. It's uncomparable if you see something on the pictures, on the videos, and when you experience this by yourself. Very terrifying. It's impossible to live in the town. Fortunately, as a journalist, I'm allowed to come here. However, in Irpin there is still a curfew, and people, most of the owners of these apartments around are simply wondering what's happening to them. And the sound is pretty scary. I'm just wondering how this piece of metal got up there. Is it a part of the roof or it flew out? Looks like this is the roof. This is Rauli. Rauli, what can you tell about this?
Oh, it looks very bad destruction. I mean, even cultural objects have been targeted here. A nice cultural hall here, we can say, and of course the residential buildings, and I don't see any military target.
Absolutely, and even the cars. Did you notice the cars over there?
Exactly, yeah.
Some cars are coming, Usually those are some people with the humanitarian aid, also maybe some military, some journalists. And this is not possible to understand, guys, the scale of this devastation. And this is only 1 square. Look at this. It was a nice public space with some modern, we call it street furniture, where children were playing, singing songs, young mothers taking care of them. And now it is completely destroyed. As I see now, there is a lot of this repairing, heavy technique. The tractors, they came here to start cleaning everything in Irpin. You see? They will have a lot of work to do. Some random people walking in this hell. And the day is slowly going to the end. I'm just here for less than an hour, and it's hard to imagine what's happening to other areas of Irpin. I think we have to stay here for a couple of days to explore, to document all these devastations, because those are really, guys, that the world has to know, and this will serve as the evidences together with the rest to prove that Russian army was committing war crimes here. The only piece here that survived is the plate, is the indication of the street, guys, and that's the only way I can track ours, where we are. So this is Suborna 148. Look at this. Look at this. There is the city of Bucha, which is also badly destroyed. There will be another video about it. Today the army didn't let us in to Bucha because they told they are doing demining, so we'll try our luck tomorrow, giving us the chance to explore Irpin more. Another place, some kind of admin building. It looks like some clinic, some school, I am not sure. What I'm sure is that this car was not lucky. And look at this. Some man is simply walking there. Is he one of the survivors who stayed here during this time or not? I am not sure, but look also at the building behind him. Completely wiped out, burned down. Bicycle is one of the most efficient ways to move here around. Not sure about you, but I'm personally shocked. We were about to leave Irpin, but simply could not miss every place, every house is damaged here, and just take a look now. So we came from the road and we've seen this estate completely destroyed, the house, and we found an owner of the house. Mr. Volodymyr is here. He's explaining us, showing what's happening. So there was a storage, probably the missile just came here. Neighbors' houses are also burnt. 2 cars were here. And what I also noticed, guys, look, a child's bike. I can hear some cat over there. There was also a dog. Everything is very, very in a bad condition. His neighbors, he doesn't know where they are. Church is still standing, but the house is very, very in a bad condition. And this is the story of many people. Mr. Volodymyr just came here. He came just to help to restore to start seeing what's happening around, and there'll be a lot of work to restore it. Around 100,000 people were living in Irpin, and we can just imagine how many people had to evacuate from here. Obviously the casualties are being calculated at the moment. I have no words, guys, I have no words. Mr. Volodymyr just told me that he came here, there were some still things inside the house. He left for a couple of hours, somebody broke in and broke the lock, so we'll try to find it and bring it tomorrow in order to at least somehow keep things inside the house. This was a small shop next to the street. People were selling some fruits, some drinks, some bread probably here, and now nothing. You see the neighbors and the street like this. Some buildings are more lucky, even though there are no windows, but the rest is like this. Oh my God. In one of my previous videos, I was interviewing the survivor of Irpin, my good friend Ivan Bobrov, and we were just leaving the town and I noticed his house. This is the building where he lived on the upper floor, and one of those windows is my friend's Ivan place. And look what happened here. Many people even didn't manage to leave to drive with their own cars. This guy, I don't know, did it move him or how did it end up here? I don't know. The roof is destroyed. And this is absolutely brand new neighborhood, completely. With this building, just finished maybe a year ago or so. It would be possible to explain much more, but I think it's evident for everybody what happened here, guys. Watching destroyed text, happy life, but still maybe giving us extra motivation, telling that it's possible to rebuild all of this, guys. It reminds us that there was a paradise that turned into the hell for many people, but the Ukrainian spirit, Ukrainian people will restore all of this. All the outskirts of Irpin are littered with different machinery, the monuments, the testament to this heavy fighting that have been happening here. A real tank. They are stuck, some other vehicles. Just in the middle of the road that you have to pass them. People are watching, being shocked. Who knows how long they will stand here. 1, 2, over there. 3, there were some heavy fights. And the tank, of course. Never ever I've seen something like this, guys. Not in Karabakh, not in Kashmir. Unfortunately, in Ukraine. Look at this. The head of the tank was completely blasted, and now the cars have to take it over. Wow, here, also there. Very bad situation. If we look inside, we can see there is a burnt body, you see? Who knows, did he suffer or was he killed in 1 second? It's really hard to even look at this. Standing here, the atmosphere, the energy is very, very low. This is only one of 2 roads that are possible to get into Irpin. The others are being blasted. All other ways to get into Irpin are unpassable because the bridges are being destroyed. So now if it would take like 20 minutes to get from Kyiv to Irpin, now it will take us like over an hour definitely, and we even don't know how long because the conventional ways are unreachable at the moment. People are making selfies. You see, where else you can capture such a moment? Unfortunately now, only in Ukraine. And what really strikes me is that Ukraine is a developed country, you know? It's a peaceful place. And now it turned into the complete war zone. Thanks God, not through the entire territory, but many, many areas of our country now are being destroyed by the Russian military forces. They will pay their price, for sure. This is the real face of Russian liberation, guys, as you can see. They will definitely pay the price to all the horrors and terror that they brought to Ukraine. I don't have words to describe it even more. It's getting dark. We better go back to our shelter, our place where we're gonna stay a night. We are not sure yet. But in the meantime, I would like to tell you, please subscribe in order not to miss the upcoming videos, because I'll be exploring this area. And if you would like to support our team directly, please consider to do so. Just follow the link below, and there are a few options how you can do this. That's it from me. It was Orest reporting from Irpin, Ukraine. Stay safe and looking forward to see you soon. Bye bye.